Welcome to my channel, you guys. My name is Patrice Carothers. If you guys don't know who I am, I do have a nail channel right here. If you guys follow me on my nail channel, this channel is going to be primarily about my pregnancy that I'm so freaking excited about. So if you guys are ready for this journey, let's get started. So I first wanted to talk to you guys about my initial big fat positive, my BFP, and everything that transpired on that very glorious day, okay? So, a little bit of a backstory. Me and my husband, we met back in 2012. We've been trying, we got married in 2018, and we've been trying to have a baby for about, I would say a year and a half now, okay? It's been a year and a half. So, things were not easy. There was definitely mental breakdowns on my half. And when you're going through things like that, that's so hard and that's so kind of like traumatizing because you want to get your family started, but at the same time, you're wanting to enjoy your significant other, you're wanting to enjoy everybody else around you and how everybody else around you seems like they're getting pregnant, and it can really wear on your patience, it can wear on your self-esteem, it can just wear on you as a woman in person, like, hey, what's wrong with me? What's going on with me? Why can't I get pregnant fast? Why is everybody else around me pregnant? And I am over here struggling. What is wrong with me? For me, I would say personally, it was very hard. It was very traumatic. And I did have mental breakdowns, especially around the time that my family and friends were getting pregnant. And I had no idea why it wasn't happening to myself. So with that being said, I was talking to my sister because I feel like she's kind of like my counselor. But I was talking to my sister about it because she was able to conceive. It didn't take her quite as long, but I have a very beautiful niece, and I was asking her about the process and about everything. And mind you, when we first started, my thought process on this whole situation was I wanted a kid, but I didn't really want a kid. So it was like, I don't know how to explain my mindset, but I wasn't ready to be a mother. And that's the one thing that I do 100% know, that I was not ready for this. I was just going through the motions and then asking God, like, why me? Why can't I get pregnant? Having an attitude, that's how we women are, when things don't go my way. So I had a lot of instances where my period would be like 8 days late, and we all know how that seems and how horrible and how traumatizing that is when you're trying to conceive and you're thinking, oh, I might be pregnant. Oh, my boobs hurt. Oh, wait, I felt something, you have all these kind of symptoms that comes with like period symptoms, and that can potentially be pregnancy symptoms. So it just doesn't really correlate, right? You're thinking in your mind like, oh, I must be pregnant. There's no other logical explanation of why my period is 8 days late. That happened to me, ladies, 3 times. 3 miserable times, and every time it literally crushed me. It literally destroyed me, and I thought I was over that, especially with us trying for so long. I really thought that I would be a stronger person than that. And then during this whole kind of trial and tribulations of me trying to conceive, what I realized is that God was molding me. God was molding me to be the mother that I'm going to be today. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of glad that I had to go through this kind of hard journey, and that it took us so long to conceive, because I felt like that made me a better woman. That made me a better mother, that made me a better wife, like it made me a better person. And just seeing children as a blessing instead of seeing children as something as like, oh, everybody can have a child. Oh, everybody can do this. Oh, everybody can do that kind of thing. So I'm glad that it changed my complete mindset. Going back to my big fat positive, I wanted to read you guys a couple of symptoms that I was having up until that point, because I feel like every woman is different, right? We all go through different kind of symptoms, but there's one major reason how I knew I was pregnant. So we're going to get right into that. So if you guys see me looking at my phone, that is why I took notes. So during this time, I had some abdominal cramps, obviously, because, I felt like my period is about to start. And that is definitely a period symptom, but it can definitely be a pregnancy symptom. And they weren't heavy cramps, they were very, very mild, is what I'm reading here. So they were just mild cramps that would be fading in and out. Nothing that I needed to take a Midol for or like a Tylenol or anything like that. And then my boobs hurt tremendously. But for me, that is definitely a sign of, oh, I'm about to get my monthly versus, oh, I think I'm pregnant. Because regardless, me being pregnant or not, my boobs were always, my boobs were always hurting at that time of the month. So my feelings, I was pretty happy, I was pretty normal. But the one thing that stood out to me before I got my BFP, before that glorious day, was one of my symptoms is 2 days before, no, actually I think it was 3. Let me check. It was 3 days before my BFP. So on Tuesday, I'm going to tell you guys dates. I hope you guys don't mind. So Tuesday, November 3rd, I got like implantation bleeding. I never had that before. I never spotted before my period. Like, I never been that type of woman. I've never had that happen to me. So during this course of, us trying to conceive, all this weird stuff happening, me trying to be more in tune with my body, it just made me feel like, what is going on now? Like, what is happening? So, I thought it was my period that started. So I went through the proper precautionaries to take care of that. And then next thing I knew, when I went to the bathroom, maybe like an hour later, plot my plugger out, it was absolutely clean. And I was like, that is so weird. Okay, I don't know what the hell is going on with my body, but I know what I just saw. Okay, so stop trying to trick me, because that's not going to happen. I'm telling myself like I'm going to be stronger this time, because I'm not going to let, if I wasn't pregnant, I'm not going to let that affect my emotions, is basically what I was, talking myself through. So me and my husband, we had lunch that day, and I'm telling him about it. And he was like, yeah, maybe your period's just about to start, and maybe you're spotting before your period. And I was like, yeah, but that's not like me. But I can understand where you're coming from with that, because we both didn't want to get our hopes up. We've been trying for so long. So, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk to my sister about this. Let me talk to a female. No offense. Like, my husband knows a lot of things, but let me talk to a woman, and somebody that could potentially have gone through this. And I know my sister didn't have implantation bleeding, but, she could know a little bit more about it than I did. So when I went to talk to my sister, I was like, hey, do you think it could have been implantation bleeding, or do you think this? Do you think that? And she was like, yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds like it, but then again, you could have been spotting like your husband was mentioning, so I'm not too sure. And I was like, yeah, me too. I'm not trying to get my hopes up, but, I get it. That it could be me spotting. My body can just be doing weird stuff to throw me off track. So I get to work, I'm going back to work. I went to the bathroom again, popped the plugger out again. It was absolutely clean. I was like, okay, now this is weird. And we all know sanitary items cost a lot of money, no offense, but if you're a woman, you don't want to be wasting. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to put another plugger in. I'll just put another panty liner in, and I'll go on about my day, because I don't want to keep wasting products that obviously, like, my period's not here. Maybe that was just like a one-off kind of thing. And so my period never came. It didn't come that evening, it didn't come the next day, and it didn't come the next day. So my period was supposed to start on Thursday. I don't exactly know what date that is, but from Tuesday to Thursday. So my period was supposed to start on the 5th, and obviously my period didn't start that day. And I really wanted to take my pregnancy test that day. I really did, but my sister and my husband was like, no, you should just wait. Please just wait, Patrice. Wait till Friday. Wait till a day after your period has passed, or a day after your period is late, to take your pregnancy test, because we don't want to get our hopes up. Because my period has been prone to being 8 days late, like we've have discussed. So I wasn't trying to get my hopes up, but what I realized during that process is I never had implantation bleeding. I never had my boobs as sore as they were. And just little things that I was like, oh, okay, this can potentially be something else versus me just getting my period. I feel like this is bigger. And at that moment, you guys, I could promise you, I knew that I was pregnant. I just had this feeling like I knew. I was like, I know that I'm going to take a pregnancy test and it's going to be positive. Like, I just feel that because I never had such a for sure sign of pregnancy. And I feel like that implantation bleeding was definitely a for sure sign once I realized what it was, which is like 2 days later, by the way, because I was like, okay, my period hasn't come. My period's supposed to come and it's not here, so let me take this pregnancy test. But everyone told me to wait a day, so I did patiently. So the glorious November 6th is the day that I got my BFP. One of the best days of my life. I couldn't have been more happier. I'm jumping on the bed. Let me tell you guys the story, okay? Let me get my thoughts together to tell you guys this story. So Friday morning, I go in the bathroom. I wake up early because we were going out of town anyway, so it was good enough excuse for me to get up early. I rush in the bathroom. I open up my pregnancy test. I'm like fumbling with the wrapper because I got my nails on, like fumbling with the wrapper, trying to open this pregnancy test so I can take it. And I sit there, I take the test, I wait for a minute. And before I came out of the bathroom, I was just like, you know what, just a little heart to heart with me and God, like even if this test says that it's negative, I'm still going to love and appreciate just this experience that I've been through, like everything. My story can definitely help somebody that's going through something else as well too. So I'm going to be here and I'm going to keep trying because I really want a family. So as I'm making all these accusations to God, like, please just like pregnancy test be positive. I think I will be a good mother now. I think you molded me. I think I'm ready for this. Like, I really want this. And I really think that this is something that we are ready for in my heart. And I'm just like, pouring my heart out to God basically in the bathroom for the minute that I had to wait. And honestly, you guys, this was just a minute. It wasn't 2 minutes. It wasn't 3. It wasn't 4. It was a minute. And I looked at the test and I had to blink a couple of times like, oh my gosh, that says pregnant. It doesn't say not pregnant. It says pregnant. Oh my gosh. So I'm so happy. I come out the bathroom. My husband is still laying down in bed. I run over, jump into bed, hit him in the side on accident, by the way. Hit him on his side, shoving this pea stick in his face, like, hey, look, am I pregnant? Oh my God, I'm pregnant. Like this frantic little girl just running in there and jumping into bed and hitting her husband and shoving a pea stick in his face and saying like, hey babe, oh my God, I'm pregnant. So he's like trying to collect his thoughts. At first he was like, ow. And you just punched me, but oh my God, I can't believe that our family's actually starting. So he was just as excited as I was. We were both happy, jumping up and down and just celebrating the time that we basically conceived. And it was definitely our first positive pregnancy test. We couldn't have been more happy. We couldn't have been more blessed. So we are just thankful to be on this journey. I'm thankful to share this journey with you all that's willing to share and appreciate everything, all my crazy stories, all my thoughts, and try to get everything together. But it has been one crazy ride, you guys, and I just couldn't feel or be more blessed to be in this position. So that is my BFP, my Big Fat Positive pregnancy story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to know what my pregnancy symptoms are for, the duration of my pregnancy, you guys can tune in every week and come back to my channel, and I will be telling you guys all of my woes, all my highs, all my lows, all of that good stuff. So I hope that you guys are ready for this journey. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, the subscribe button's right there. It is free. I promise that I will give you guys some amazing some amazing good stories that you guys are going to like, and also keeping up on this pregnancy journey and seeing it through all the way till the end. I would love to share that moment with you guys. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit that post notification bell so you guys don't miss another upload from me. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.